So this is the working environment. So you can see that this axis, this is the model environment, this is the project manager, properties, messenger, and progress window. You will have 6 windows. So this project manager, whatever you have created, that will be shown here. This properties, once you create a model here, select the model, that model properties will be shown here. This messenger will show the, if you run any model of your own design, if there is any error or any warning, that will, this progress window shows the number of iterations, or when you are running, the progress of the running is shown here. Okay. So from this design, first we need 3 layers. The first layer is a substrate, second layer is a top layer, third layer is a bottom layer. So we need 3 layers. Okay, all are rectangular in. So first I will select a 3D layer which is shown here. I will draw on here. So once I draw, you can see that what are the models I have drawn, that is shown here, and corresponding property is shown here. Okay, so this is the model I'm going to draw. So this model default, it is a vacuum, but I want to change this into a substrate. So for today, I'm going to design with Roger material. Okay. So select the attributes, select box 1, rename to your better understanding. I can rename it as a substrate. So you can see that once I rename it, that has been updated here. So now from here I can see this is the substrate material for our understanding. So that's called attributes. So our understanding, we are changing the name, we are changing the color. I want to change the color to according to our simplicity. You can change the color. Now it is very I want to change this as a transparency, 80% transparent, 0.8 means. So you can see how transparent it is. So these changes are called attributes of the model. Okay. And also the material. What kind of material I need? So now I'm going to choose Roger material, which is a low loss material. Roger RT Durite 5880 having a permittivity of 2.2. It is shown here. That material I'm using as a substrate. So everything is updated. Whatever you do, that will be updated here. So you can see this is a substrate. The material is Roger RT Durite 5880 trademark here. Okay. Next, I want to change the position. So if it change 0, 0, 0, so what will happen? So from center origin, what is the x size? 2 mm. 2 mm length it will grow. Y axis, this is this side. 2 mm it will grow in this direction, and z axis 0.6 mm the thickness it will drop. So like that, the position and the size can be calculated from this second way selection. The first selection is the attribute. Below the attribute, if you open, usually it will be a plus symbol. If you open, the second thing will open. Here you can change the position and the dimension of the model. Okay, so we know what is the substrate length. Substrate width is 25 mm, length is 30 mm, height is 0.508 mm. Okay, 20, 30.508. So substrate, you have to choose it. Say I'm going to choose the substrate as 25. This is width 25 mm, Okay, then y is this length, so that is equal to length 30 mm. So this is the length, and z is the thickness, which is 0.508 mm, which is readily available in the market. 0.508 mm, 1.6 mm, 3.2 mm. These are the boards which are readily available in the market. Okay, it is better to choose. It is better to choose your this dimension thickness. Length and width you can choose according to your need, but thickness is standard, because you can buy a big board and you can cut it according to your length and width, but thickness cannot be varied. So 0.50, which is very thin, available in the market, that you can check. Or I can save this in a variable. Instead of like that, I can save substrate underscore a. Okay, so it is asking where I have to save 25 mm the value in SA. It is asking you can choose this SA, because next time you can give this variable instead of 25 mm. Similarly, I can check this as a length. This 30 mm is the length of the substrate. So I can choose a letter L for it. And this is the thickness. Thickness is SB. Okay, you can choose any name according to your requirement. For my understanding, I choose S underscore A, S underscore B, S and length for length of the substrate. That is, SA is nothing but the length along X direction. Y is nothing but along Y direction length. Along Z direction, it is the thickness. And I move off of the dimension above. Okay, I move off of it above for a better simplicity. Okay, SA by 2 means it will do, it is SA is 25 mm, SA by 2 is 12.5 mm, it moves above. Now you can see half of the board is moved above. Now the substrate is over. Okay, I just draw and position it. That's all I did. The next thing is I have to draw the top layer and bottom layer. Okay, so this is a dielectric medium, but the top layer and bottom layer is a metallic sheet, which is a okay. So for to draw that, I say click substrate, Control C, Control V. That is, copy and paste the same structure, rename it as top layer according to your requirement. You rename it. Okay, rename it the top layer. The material is a conducting material. The material is a conducting material, which is a perfect conductor. Okay, the material is a conducting, and the thickness is, this is a conducting sheet. Okay, the conducting sheet will have so substrate thickness is 0.5, remaining the length and width is same. Along the entire length and width of the material, I have to place the top layer. So length and the width of the substrate is same, only the thickness has to change. So the thickness, I am taking it as TH, small th or capital TH, a variable. And the thickness, copper thickness is 0.017 mm. Okay, so this is the thickness. You can check it. So it is at the bottom. The sheet, instead of this, I copy this and reduce the thickness only. Okay, so it is at the bottom usually, so we can rename it as ground. Bottom means ground. Okay, ground I have drawn. Same thing I have to draw on the top. So I copy the ground and I rename it as top. This has to be positioned. The top has to be positioned above the substrate. Above the substrate means above the substrate. Now, what is the substrate height? It is equal to SB. Okay, so along Z axis, I have to move wait a minute. I think there is a network problem. Please wait. என்ன சார் இப்பதான் பாதி போயிருக்கு. என்னது? Is my window is shared? Okay, thank you. So the first we have created the ground. Now we have to create the top. Okay, so the top is placed above the substrate. The top layer is placed above the substrate. That's why I placed in Z S underscore B. The ground is placed below the substrate, so that's why I put 0, because the axis I chosen is 0. You can see 0 above 0 axis only I drawn the substrate. So at 0 scale only ground is there, above that top layer is there. I can zoom it, I can show it clearly also. So you can see that 3 layers. So this is the substrate layer. So this is the top layer and this is the ground layer. The ground layer is placed below the substrate at the X scale. Top layer is placed above the substrate and in the middle that is a substrate layer. Okay, substrate is a dielectric material. Top and ground is a perfect conductor. So you will have 3 layers. Okay, so this is the general structure. So first we have created the general model. The next thing we have to do is we have to create the vias. So you can see there are vias which is penetrating through the substrate. This we have to create it. So to create a vias, we need a cylindrical structure. The cylindrical structure must be a copper because the vias is a conducting material. So it must be a copper. Okay, so you can rename it as your according to your understanding. Via, I can rename it as via. Okay, attribute now I can change this as a red color. Okay, everything is changed. Now the position and the dimension. This is very important. So as I told you earlier, what is the thickness of the via? So copper clad I finished. Via is 1 mm diameter and the distance between via is 2 mm. Okay, so the diameter is 1 mm. So I choose the via. So the via is, say an example, via diameter. I can choose via diameter as VD. Since it is a radius, I put it by 2. So I give via as 1 mm. So you can see 0.5 has been calculated because I gave via. So this is the radius. Height is equal to substrate height. Okay. So height is equal to substrate height. We know what is the substrate height. It is SB. Okay. So height is equal to substrate height. The position is, so between from here to here, the distance is 15.77. Okay. So from this wire, if there is a wire here, from between one wire to bottom wire, the distance is 15.77 mm according to our calculation, which we have calculated here, AS. Okay, so this is the distance, okay, between the two wire layer. So from 0, it has to be half of the distance only. From this is 0, plus half of the distance I have to move, minus half of the distance I have to move. For that I have to set 15.77 in some layer. So I can give via separation divided by 2, half of the distance. And also y-axis. What is y-axis? It is via diameter. Zero mm. So via separation is 15.77 because now only I am creating. That's why it is asking. You can see that from here to here, it is 7 point something. The distance will be 7.885, which is in terms of 2 means it will be the distance between 15.77. It will come. Now similarly, I need the via in the bottom also. So copy it. Once again, I will check it whether it is at the top. Okay, via is inside the substrate only, no problem. Copy the via, paste this one. Now it has to be in positive direction. That's all. Okay, one via here, one via here, and I have to copy the via along this axis in the y direction. So join these two via a single via, unite it As I told you earlier, unite the via. Okay. Right click it, edit, duplicate along line. So this is very much helpful in designing. If you want to replicate a structure multiple times, similar to that of array design, you design one antenna and you want to design an array. Array is nothing but multiple unit element of same antenna types. Same, you have to fix a distance. Okay. So I want to duplicate it means you can use this method. First create one structure, go to edit, duplicate along line. Which line I want? Along y-axis I want. How many copies I want? I want 15 copies. You click it, 15 copies, it will be copied. Click the duplicate and what is the pitch? Pitch is nothing but the distance between the via. So we have already calculated what is the pitch value. It is equal to 2 mm. So select 2 mm. So you can see that now the via distance between these, so that can be modified by double click it 0 and 0, x, y, z. Along y direction only I am varying, not in x or z direction. So that's why I put 0, 0 and only y direction I have to move 2 mm distance. Okay, so that is the meaning of it. Now select all vias, unite it. Now I have 4 structures. First structure is a substrate. Second structure is a top layer. Third structure is a bottom layer. Fourth structure is a via. That is a metal contact. Now, this metal contact, I have to punch it through the substrate. First step. Second step, I have to fill the punch with once again the copper material. Okay, so that is the step we have to do. So you can do that. Select the substrate first, select via, go to modeler, boolean. Instead of unite, now you go for subtract, or you can directly select it from here. So this is the tool part. Okay, so it is very important to note that if you have not selected this clone, what is happened, I will show it. Okay, I'm not selecting this clone application. Directly I will punch it. Click OK. So what will happen? Wait a minute, I can show it. Remove the ground and top. I can show only substrate for your view. So you can see that there is a hole created, but the hole is not replaced with metal vias. Okay, but what is our requirement? Our requirement is we have to punch a hole according to the dimension of vias, and also we have to fill the hole with the vias. Okay, so that is what you have to do that. So to do that, select substrate and via, click subtract, select clone. Clone means this tool object, once again it will clone it and fill it. Click OK. Now you can see the difference. Okay. So inside the substrate, it created a hole inside and it filled the hole with via. So this is very important. Okay. Now you can make it under view. What are the things you want to view? Select it. Okay. Now the structure is created. All 4 structure is created. The next step is very simple. We have to create an excitation. We have to create a boundary and we have to check the result as previous case. Okay. So first we have to create an excitation. So this is a 2-port network. This is a transmission line. Waveguide is nothing but a transmission line, which is a 2-port network. But the previous example which we have seen is a horn antenna, which is a single port. At one port you are giving excitation, and the other side it will be radiated out. Okay, but if you take a transmission line, it is a 2-port network. So we have to create 2 ports, one port here, other port on the other side of the guide. So you have to select it. So once again, to make a selection, I want to check what axis I have to draw. If I draw with the x, y axis, the plane will look like this. But I have to draw perpendicular to the axis. So to do that, what is the axis you need? X and Z. Go to grid line, select X, Z or ZX axis. You can see the grid oriented towards this side. Now you draw the structure. So this is the port dimension, PORT port. I can rename it any name. You can replace with your name also. You can change the color. So according to attributes, you can change it. Then position. So what is this position? From y-axis, this position is 0. It is correct. The length has to be equal to this distance via separation. You can select the variable, what are the variable you have chosen. So it is v underscore separate. So the length has to be equal to, x length has to be equal to via separation length. Okay, y, this y is, z is nothing but the thickness. Thickness along with respect to the thickness, it has to be. So s underscore b. So this is the port we need. But it is not properly positioned. So first you position 0, 0, 0, 0 axis. You position. Now it has to move this side. Half of the distance it has to move. S underscore a distance divided by 2 distance. It has to. Now it is moving very much farther. Wait a minute. So what is the distance? It has to be moved exactly at center. We will check it. We can place it at 0, 0, 0. X is divided by 2. Sorry. Via separation is okay. No problem with that. Zero mm means from 0 mm it. So not x, it has to be the separation distance. V underscore separation divided by 2. Okay, now it is exactly at center because this is V separation distance. So off of the V separation distance, I move. Okay. So similarly, the same port has to be placed on the other side also. What can I do now? I simply duplicate it. Duplicate it along line. So I can duplicate it. I need only 2 copies. The first copy is a duplicate copy, the other copy is a original copy. So totally 2 copies I need. You can see it has been duplicated, but it is not properly positioned. I can change this to the port name. The duplicate position is only along y-axis I am moving. So 0, y is nothing but the length distance. X and y I am not moving. You can see now it is properly moved. Along y, along the length of the substrate I am moving. So that is the beauty of variable. So no need to enter each time what is the length. Simply put what is the length of the substrate. L. Now I have to excite these two. Right click it, assign excitation, wave port, click next, finish. First port is excited. You can see second port. Right click it, assign excitation, wave port. Both the ports has to be excited. Now everything is over. The only thing is we have to create a boundary. Okay. So to model is over. Now we have to set the measurement center. 2 measurements we will take. One is impedance characteristics. Other one is radiation characteristics. To measure the impedance characteristics, first you have to tell what is the impedance frequency or operating frequency. I have chosen it 10 gigahertz. Similar to that, the same procedure. Go to analysis, right click it, add, so that frequency give it, that will come. But it is not sure that this will operate at certain frequency. It may operate at lower band or upper band. So right click the setter, give frequency switch, lower band one frequency less than 10 gigahertz, upper band one frequency greater than 10 gigahertz. Click OK. Impedance setup is over. The next setup is radiation setup. Radiation setup will not be enabled. It will show error because you have to choose the radiation boundary. So to do that, first you have to draw the radiation boundary. Go to draw region. What is the radiation boundary? Along the all the axis, you can go with 10 mm. Okay, along the structure 10 mm distance, draw one box. Okay, since we are given wave port, this is very important point. Most of the error initially, if you are doing this error along, if you are using wave port, okay, the port which I am using is a wave port. If you are using wave port, this boundary must be close to the or on the wave port only. The wave port must be away outside of the boundary. Okay, so that means along y-axis there should not be any offset distance. Along minus y-axis, along plus y-axis. You can see both close to the wave port. So this is very important. Right click it. Tell the system it is a radiation boundary. Now if you go and check it, you will not get any error. Okay. So this is the second setup for waveguide for radiation characteristics. So impedance can be measured from here, radiation can be measured from here. Now everything is, you can check it, you can validate it, you can run it. So now it is running. It will take 2 to 3 minutes. Now please bear with 1 minute. It will run. In the meantime, the feedback link is given in the WhatsApp. Please update it. Genuinely, you can give or fill the feedback. Because the running will take some time. So first of all, we can check the current distribution and also the other parameters. So I want to see the distribution of current on the top layer. So once again, select the top layer, right click, field overlay, plot field, check the magnitude of fields. I think still it is running. Test update. So you can see that how the fields are confined within the boundary bar, similar to that of your traditional waveguide. It is running. Please give 1 minute. So you can see that how the waves are confined within the boundary walls. So similar to that of the waveguide, it is behaving, and you can see maximum most of the energies are confined within the guided structure. Like that, the waves are guided. So accordingly, if you draw the metal wires, if you take now, you can take the guiding towards it. The simulation is over. You can check the result also. So I want to check both 1 1 and 1 2. That is input port 1, output port 1, input port 1, output port 2. Okay. So 1 2 you can see that there is no reflection loss, but 1 1 you can see that. So this is the characteristics, and the cutoff frequency is at 6.64, that is close to 7 gigahertz. Okay, so this is also operating at X band application only. Okay, and also you can check the solution data to see the matrix. What is the desired frequency? It is 10 gigahertz. So you can see the solution matrix magnitude alone, you can check it. It is close to 0, it is close to 1, it is close to 1, it is close to 0. That means it is a two-port network. Okay, so this is a two-port network. So your matrix will have 1 1 1 2 2 1 2 2. So 1 1 and 2 2, there is no reflection. That's why it is close to 0, and 1 2 and 2 1 is transmission coefficient. 1 1 and 2 2 are reflection coefficient. 1 1 means whatever you are sending, that will be reflected back. That is called first port to first port, 1 1, S11. And S22 also reflection coefficient. Second port to second port. Input is second port, output is measured at the second port. Okay, so these two coefficients are reflection coefficient. 1 2 and 2 1 are transmission coefficient. If it is a better transmission, means the parameter will be close to 1. So that is observed here in the S matrix of at the corresponding frequency. So these are the results. So you can show the result in terms of S matrix, or in terms of impedance characteristics, or in terms of the current distribution, how the current is distributed. So up to this, today's session is over. If you have any queries, you can raise now. Please fill the feedback form. Tomorrow's we will see the upcoming next session related to the antenna basics. Okay, I hope this will helpful to you, and I have discussed something related to the design equation along with the model also. So if you have any suggestions or feedbacks, it is welcome. Thank you. The model and along with the PPT will be shared with the chat. You can the link to install and download the software, and also some of the design steps. Everything will be shared with the WhatsApp link. Okay, the most of the material I will share. Please feel free to discuss. I'm also at the learning stage. If anything is wrong, the suggestion is welcomed. And my mail ID is so this is my mail ID. If any suggestions or anything from my point of view, if you want, means you can freely ask me. Thank you. Thank you. Any queries you can ask, or you can post it in the chat box. The recorded video will be shared with you. All the material related to today's session will be shared